Hi everybody, I'm Miss Liv with Prince William County's Department of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism. And today on Science in the Park, we're going to be talking about animal superpowers. I don't know if you know this, but animals have some super amazing powers with their senses. Ooh, what senses? Do you know what senses are? Do you know how many we have? Let's think about that. If you said 5 senses, you are absolutely correct. Senses that we have are our sense of touch, our sense of taste, our sense of smell, our sense of hearing, and our sense of sight. Senses are things that help us explore the world around us. They let us learn about what our environment is and what's going on, and they also help keep us safe. Animals, do you think they have these same senses? Think about your pets. Has your cat ever heard you coming? Or maybe your dog started barking at somebody outside before the doorbell rang? Yeah, they have these senses too. And those senses help keep them safe, they help keep us safe, and they help us navigate the world around us. So let's talk about some wild animals, because some wild animals have some even better sense power, and they can do amazing things with their senses. Think about bats. Have you ever seen a bat flying around at night? It's dark. Can't see very well in the dark. They have this incredible sense of hearing, and they use what's called echolocation. Oh, that's a science word, Echolocation. They emit these high beeps that we can't even hear. They're called ultrasonic, and they emit these beeps, and they bounce off of things that are in their way, in their area, and they come back and they help the bats form this picture of where things are. Helps them not to fly into things, because that would not be helpful. And it helps them catch their food, catch their prey. Really cool. Can you think about another animal that uses echolocation? There's a couple. Let's think about that. Let's move on to another animal. Some animals that we see a lot here in the woods, this is by my house, are deer. Do you think deer have superpowers? They do. They have the super sense of hearing. Think about seeing a deer. Let's think about how a deer looks. Can you picture a deer in your mind? Take a mental trip with me. Maybe you've seen a deer in a movie, maybe in a book, maybe on TV, or maybe you've seen one in the woods. Deers have big, long heads, and they have these big ears, right? And their ears are on top of their heads, and they kind of look like little cups. That helps them hear amazing things. You want to hear something else cool? They can move their ears all by themselves. They can control how they do it. Can you do that? Can you move your ears all by yourself? I'm going to try. Nope. This is the only way I can move my ears. So deer are so cool. All right, let's go back to their ears. How does their sense of hearing work? How does it work? Well, much like ours, sound travels on waves, and it bounces off of things and comes back, right? Well, the reason deer have these super amazing sense of hearing is because of how their ears are shaped. Deer ears are shaped kind of like a cup. They're kind of like a curve here, right? And when it comes back, it bounces off. So let's see. Let's test and see if we can have the same superpowers as the deer, okay? So what I want you to do is make little cups with your hands, and you're gonna put them around your ears. Okay, are you doing it? Okay, keep it like that, because now I'm going to clap, and I want you to listen really hard and hear how that sound sounds with your deer ears on. All right, you got them on? All right, ready? Did you hear that? All right, now take your hands down, put your hands behind your back, and hold really still. Let's listen to when I clap this time. Do you hear the difference? You should have heard when your ears were cupped like deer ears, it should have been a little louder, right? Was it louder? All right, very cool. That's why when your teacher says, oh, are your ears on? Where are your listening ears? And you go like this, it's because it actually does help you hear better, just like the deer superpowers. Do you know why that works? Well, it works. Remember I said their ears were curved like this and the sound waves travel? With the curved ears, the sound wave bounce off the different parts of the ear and funnel more into their ears. So they get more waves going into their brain to tell them what's going on than ours do being flat, right? So the next time you're out and about in the wild, think about hearing things. Think about your superpowers. Think about the animals that you see or hear. I hear birds, right? What superpowers do they have? Listen with your deer ears. See what you hear. Do you hear more with your deer ears when you're out and about? All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me for Science in the Park to learn about the animal's super sense powers and the deer's super sense of hearing. Join us next time for our next video with Science in the Park. Thanks!